Okay, y'all, I'm back. Had a little trouble with the last video. Um, it shut down, and I don't like for it to have those long spaces because it makes people think that you came out of that. Anyway, let me go on and get to the point and give you some good word for today. Um, when we were growing, we grew up in a house off Cascade Road, and once we got older, we ended up renting that house out, and my brothers and I would go over there to do the maintenance work, prep the house to get it ready with my uncle. But this particular time, my mom asked us to go. So anyway, my brothers were getting the tools and stuff out of the car, and I decided to go ahead and go to the door. When you grow up in the neighborhood that I grew up in, you don't have a fear for certain things. So I am gonna help somebody this morning. So I decided to go ahead and go to the door. When I got to the door and opened the door, a bird was flying, like losing its mind. I'm talking about really losing its mind in the living room. And so I screamed out loud. And so that caused, some confusion in the neighborhood because you can't scream like that in that neighborhood. We thank God for that neighborhood, but that neighborhood had become, like a rough place. A lot of death took place in that neighborhood, stuff like that. So, anyway, so people thought something was wrong. So my brothers come running or whatever, and they would carriers. I don't know if they was licensed carriers, but they was carriers. Okay, so y'all get my point. So anyway, they get onto the porch and asking me, what's going on? What's going on? I said, it's a bird in there. And so they were like, oh, that bird ain't gonna bother you or whatever. I'm like, I ain't fooling with no birds. I don't fool with birds. Okay. So skip past that point. They got the bird out the house. We start working or whatever. So I decided that I was working in the kitchen, and I decided that I wanted to go and open up the back door, because it was a screened-in porch that my stepdad had built. And so I decided I wanted to go out, and open up the door, let some fresh air in, whatever. Okay. Because I was working with chemicals, Clorox and stuff. I don't know at that time what I did it for. Anyway, when I opened up the door, a man was sleeping on the back porch. I didn't scream. I walked over to the man. I took my foot and I pushed him. And I said, hey, bruh, a dude, whatever was the word at that time, you gonna have to get up off our porch. Right? So he act like he ain't really want to move or whatever. So I kicked him again or whatever. And he rolled over like you just getting comfortable. No. I said, okay, look here. You got just a few seconds to get yourself together before me and my brothers, not just the brothers. Okay. Me and my brothers help you figure out how to get off this porch. So my brother heard me talking to somebody. So he came towards the back. So the man is getting his stuff up, whatever, and getting ready to leave. My brother said, now that's ridiculous. I said, what happened? He said, you scared of a bird, but you not scared of the man? You didn't scream or nothing? I'm going to help somebody this morning. The funny thing about fear. So then the reason why I was reminded of this time in my life is because we were in the camper, and, I'm cleaning out the camper or whatever. And as long as I was seeing bugs and stuff, I would holler and call Reggie, because I don't like bugs. Okay. I don't like them. I didn't play with them. I don't know nothing about, they wonderful creatures. For those of you that do what you do, I don't have nothing against that, but I don't like them. I don't like them if they living or dead. They do something to me, right? So I called my husband. I was like, can you come get this bug and stuff over here? And he was like, well, okay. So he came, and the thing was dead. Well, I don't know that. I ain't getting up close enough to it to know that. The reason why I'm having this conversation with you this morning, because let me tell you something funny thing about fear. Let me tell you something about it. You fear what you're not comfortable with. You fear the unknown. You fear the things that that are uneasy to you. It's not that you're not capable of facing it, because you faced other giants, you faced other obstacles. You've had life's class when it comes to things popping up in your life and you not knowing whether things are going to come or go. You know what I'm saying? So it is not like something that's going to just take you out, this thing that you fear. The thing is, you not learned about it. You don't understand it. And the thing about Princess is Princess understands people more than she understands animals and stuff. So that makes her fear factor go down in that area. I don't know if I'm helping anybody so far. It's early in the morning. And I'm trying to make sure ain't nobody saying nothing to me, because y'all know how this thing does. But I said, now, isn't that funny that you face some giants and you face some other things that are bigger than this? Like when it comes to changing your life or getting better or coming up against, an education fear, a financial fear, a relationship fear, whatever it attaches itself to. Isn't it funny how, if you think about it, you fought bigger demons, bigger giants? You faced other challenges, honey. You've conquered, you know what I'm saying? You've conquered some greater things already. Like this right here. Like, think about it. If you think about the story that I told you, I'm scared of bugs, but I'm not scared of people. You know what I'm saying? People have other things they could have done to me. That person could have done more to me. You see what I'm saying? That person could have done more to me. Thank you, Brandon. Hey, Cheryl. Hey, Emma. So that's funny, ain't it? Like writing my first book, fear came in. But fear had been with me the whole time. It wasn't until after I finished the book that I realized that, yes, it's hard, but it's not impossible. It's possible. Every time I get ready to write a book, every time I get ready to start something new, yes, it's makes me nervous, but it's not impossible. You know what I'm saying? It's the fear of, when I got in relationships with people, I was like, oh God, here we go. We're going to start this again, because it's new. It's something that is unknown. And so that's the part that tickles me when people say, well, I don't know if I could do that. Well, have you tried that? Because if you haven't tried that, then honey, I promise you that if you try it, you'll more than likely conquer that thing, because you're more than a conqueror, of course. You're more than a conqueror. But I'm telling you, if the of fear into us, it will keep us back. It will hold us hostage. We will be walking around in bondage. Like, God wants some of us to step out and do some things, use our talents and the gifts. Look. Thank you. Thank you, Heggy Bear. Thank you. Help me this morning, honey. But we were sitting up there laughing about that later. Like, girl, you crazy. That's what my brother said. Girl, that is crazy. You up here hollering like that. I'm talking about the alarm the whole street. And like Huggy Bear said, that man could have did way more than me. But you know why? Now I'm finna tell y'all something. Y'all know I'm truth is certain. I'm not gonna hide this part. You know why I didn't have a fear for men like that? I had already been raped and molested. In my mind, I was saying to myself, what else could they do to me other than kill me? And you're going to have to get up off this floor to do that, bro. You know what I'm saying? That's the way our minds think. When we have faced problems, when we have faced situations, honey, we don't respond the same way. I'm just telling y'all. We don't do the same thing. I had already been through that with folks fighting and wrestling. I know one thing, I ain't going out just like that. You know what I'm saying? I'm telling you, when you have been through some stuff, and they might have caught you slipping the first time, but and some of us ain't gonna get caught slipping the second time. Come up here, you want to, brother. Get up and start doing something if you want to. That's how, I promise y'all, I was so bold in that. I was so bold in that my blood pressure did not run up. I didn't think he was going to get up and be doing nothing. I'm just telling y'all the truth. I didn't think he was going, bro, you're going to have to move fast. Like if you're trying to get this chick here. And by the time my brothers come out here, you probably going to be hanging off this porch. I'm just telling y'all the truth this morning. That's the funny thing about fear. I'm telling you, the reason why some of y'all won't conquer your dreams or go after, chase your destiny, the reason why y'all won't move to a different neighborhood or something, because you're just comfortable. It's easy for you. It's easy because you fear something that you don't know, but you don't understand that you've conquered more than that. Yes, Huggy Bear. You girl, you better help me this morning now. You better help me this morning. Yes, Cheryl. This stuff can't catch you off guard no more like that because you have mastered that class. And so the other day when my mama and I was talking about it, she said, PG, she brought up something else, right? And she even said, PG, I wasn't concerned with that no more. And you know why she wasn't concerned with that more? Because it came to her quick. It came as a life lesson that she didn't have time to prep for, didn't have time to prepare for. So it was a class that I feel like even though it was bad, like the situation may have been bad, but God used that thing and turned that thing around for the good. And so that's not something you worry about no more. I'm just telling you, that's not something you're not bothered no more. Okay, so that's why I'm telling some of y'all, go on and step out there. Go on. Because then fear, then is being conquered. Then fear, that fear that's inside of you, that thing that makes you, be like, oh, If when somebody asks me how I write books or whatever, I say, I just start writing. Thank you, Brandon. I just start writing. I don't know if y'all gonna like it. I don't know if it's gonna turn out to be, no movie or no, I don't know any of that stuff. I just know that God told me to do it. And the something is inside of me so great that I you know what I'm saying, that's working on the inside, you know what I'm saying, pushing me to do things like that. When I started my bookstore, I tell y'all that I didn't know nothing about starting no bookstore. I just know I love books and I knew where to go get some from. And I promise y'all, as soon as I start moving, honey, fear conquered. And I need you to feel that in your spirit. As soon as I start stepping out, as soon as I don't have to have $1,000. First place I went to was in El Paso on the post. And I promise y'all, Reggie and I, when God first put this thing, no, thank you. Let me go back one more for you. We were riding to Las and the bookstore there was going out of business. And it was right after, good morning, Shonda. It was right after God told me to start the bookstore. When we got to the place, and I can't think of the Hastings, they had a out of business sign. That first week when we went in there, they had the books for maybe like $1. And so I was like, oh, $52 in my purse. So I said, oh, well, I'm finna try to get at least 50 books. And it's their $1, right? I'm finna try to do that. I went in there and I ended up coming out of there with about 70 books because the sign was wrong. That was God. Something that I feared. Something that I didn't understand if, okay, God, you telling me this, but can you help me? And all he wanted us to do was do like our sister Cheryl said, step out on faith. Just walk a little bit. Try that. Went in that store, got that. The lady told me when I rung up the stuff and I told her what I was trying to do. I said, she said, well, come back next week. Hey, good morning, Sharita. Come back next week. She said, come back next week because next week they're going to have 3 books for something or they're going to do 10 books for something. It just depends on how many books we have in this place. I said, okay, that was God letting me know. Take that little extra money that you're trying to buy these little M&Ms with. Take that little extra money that you're trying to do these little projects with and stuff. Okay, take that little extra money, honey, and hold on to that. Okay? Just sacrifice a few things. So when I got back down there to the Hastings, we left that day with 100 and something books. And I could have had more. You know what I'm saying? But I could have had in for something sale. Anyway, the reason why I said that, hold you hostage. I'm telling you. Fear will make you think you can't do something that God has already ordained and assigned you to do. Okay? Fear will have you working with everybody else. Let me say this one slow. Cause this one right here get on my nerve about me. I worked on it. Fear will have you helping somebody else do what it is that God called you to do. You'll be successful at it. But then when it comes your turn to do it for you, my daughter confessed this yesterday. When it comes your turn to do it for you, you'll come up with excuses. That's what fear do to you. Fear will have you where when God will tell you to reach out to this particular person. And that's this particular person. This list, not everybody, but this one person. Like he told me to do. He said that, and I didn't have a whole lot of money. Take this money and take this class with Victoria. That's what the Lord told me. I reached out to her. She said her sessions were money. It wasn't a little bit amount of money, okay? It might have been a little to somebody, but it wasn't no little to Princess, okay? I reached out to her, took her class. I'm going to help somebody this morning. I reached out to her and took her class. Then after that, I said, okay, I'm going to write the book. After I wrote the book, I sent the book to her for editing. Editing is not cheap. Editing a book from a very professional, well-known, award-winning author, editing is not cheap. So what I did was, I didn't want to call that lady, ask her to do my book before I had the money. I saved the money for that. Do y'all understand what God did for me? For those of you that already know the story, y'all already know. But some of y'all don't know. When I finished sending her that book, she edited that book. I'm talking about chopped that book up and helped me. Because that's the only way you're going to get better. She chopped that book up or whatever. And the next thing I know, they reached out to me and asked me to be a part of a mentor program. Listen now. A mentor program. A mentor program. That is the program that allowed me to write a book with that same author. Getting ready to write another book, or writing another book right now with that same author. A NAACP winning author. An author that T.D. Jakes is picking up the books to do the movie. An author that, what's her name? Pebbles. No, not Pebbles. Tracy Edmonds is doing the next movie. Fear will snatch your pockets. Okay, fear will rob you of some things. I want to help this morning. Fear will cause you not to walk in your greatness. So that opportunities. I wasn't even here. I keep telling y'all when it came time for us to win Best Christian Fiction Award. I wasn't even here. Do y'all hear me? I was on an island when we were nominated for Best Christian Fiction Award. I wasn't even here. I called my mama, my daughter, my sister, a couple of people from the Bear Creek that I worked with, that I promised that if I ever got to walk on some red carpet that I would call them. I wasn't even here to go accept that award. Do y'all hear what I'm saying? End up getting an award out of New York. I wasn't able to go to that. I wasn't able to go back to that. Come on now, Donald, I gave y'all some scripture now. Y'all know I like that. Romans 8:28. I'm telling you about what fear will do. I want to help somebody this morning. I'm serious. I want to tell you that, not let it do that to you. Not let it rob you out of your next degree or your first degree. Not let it rob you out of getting your GED or your, I don't care how old you are. I'm trying to help you to not let fear, I'm telling you, not let fear rob you out of a better bank account. Cause that job over there, I kid you not, you'll be surprised at how many people I talk to that say, Princess, pray for me another job. And then I get to praying. And then I get a phone call or something. I'm not making this up. And I can call some names. Okay, they ain't on here, but I can call them names so y'all will know. I said, hey, how is it going? I didn't get no praise report because I be waiting on a praise report because I know God answer prayers. I wait on the praise report. You know where I decided not to even put in the application. So you got me over here praying for something you didn't even put in the application. What you mean? Huh? What? Well, I decided not to do it because I started thinking about, well, the people at that job, they probably going to be worse than the people at this job. And then, I started thinking about, I got to learn something new. And, like I'm used to this, whatever. Let me tell you something. Hang up this phone, blow up the phone line. Hang up please get off my phone. Please get off my phone. I'm over here praying and seeking God, asking God to do something for you, and you didn't even tell me, you didn't even put in the application. And I promise you, I had that conversation not with just one person. Now, I done had that conversation with several people. I'm asking everybody to be calling out for you, and when I call you back to see what God has done, because I know He has done what it is we ask Him to do. And you talking about something you decide not to even fill out the application. See, now me and you got a problem. Now me and you got a problem. The next time you send me a prayer request, I'm going to tell you start out praying first. Agree. That's how I act. I ain't being mean. I'm telling y'all the truth. That's how I act. You start praying. I'm here, sis. Go and pray for yourself. Because, see, you know what you're going to be doing. You know what I'm saying? That way I won't be wasting my time. The angels won't have to summons up no extra support system. You know what I'm saying? For us, Jesus won't have to go and be having this conversation with God concerning us. You know what I'm saying? Because you don't have plans. So that's why I stopped by today to tell y'all, don't let fear. I don't care what the situation is. Even when it comes to your health, don't let fear keep you from going to the hospital and finding out if something's wrong with you. Because prevention is better. Prevention. I meant to say it where I can I want you to hear the pre part. It's better. A lot of times the doctors will say, well, we could have done something a little bit different if you had just come in here earlier. Okay? We could have dealt with this just a little bit different, or we probably could have used a different type of medicine. That's the same thing they told me about my surgery. We could have probably did the laser thing, but now we don't waited so long, honey. We gonna have to cut. Fear will jack you up from some of your blessings. Fear will, I'm telling you, hijack you. Yes. Oh, that's Dr. Stephanie. I was literally holding on to something. Yes, honey, God was trying to give me something better. Sure was. I'm trying to set us up for greatness. Because it say He wants us to have life and have life more abundant. Come on, Jasmine. Hold on, y'all. My niece is visiting the campground. Come on, girl. I'm on my live. I'm about to go out. We finna cook breakfast, y'all, on this campground. What y'all doing today? What are y'all doing today? Jasmine, close the door, because I don't want no bugs to come in. We just talked about that, didn't we? We just talked about bugs. But fear will have you doing that. Anyway, y'all have a blessed day. Blessed day. And who else said something? You have not changed a bit. See, that's why I love for people to come that know me. I love it. Because folks be like, Princess, when did you change to be like this? I thought you was quiet. I ain't quiet around the people I'm comfortable. I felt that in my spirit. I felt that in my spirit. Jazz. I felt that. Okay. She said, you have not. I'm waiting but walking into my blessing. Yes, Donna always come through. Thank y'all for hanging with me this morning. Y'all, let me tell you something else I feel, and then I'm going to hang up. I ain't know about this stove in here, right? And so, my father-in-law came in and told me about this stove because, I want to be set up for greatness. I want to cook breakfast. So, I went on over there. He was trying to tell me how to do it right. I heard that clicking and stuff. Because, see, I only had a gas stove on post. In my whole entire life, we always had an electric stove. I didn't know the joy of the gas. You just got to get past the clicking. So I was like, what's that clicking? Then somebody else said something about, you can smell the gas or whatever. But anyway, y'all, I done mastered this gas stove. I'm finna cook me some bacon. I'm cooking 2 kinds of sausage. We're going to cook some brown sausage. We're going to cook some red links. some Georgia red links. Then we're gonna cook some eggs. We're gonna cook some grits, and we're gonna bake some biscuits. All up in this camper, it's about to go down. Cause fear will set you up to be. I'm telling you, fear will set you up where you be sitting here eating peanut butter crackers. Okay. Thank you, Lori, for your help. And if y'all said something to me, I promise I will respond. Y'all have a blessed entire day. I'm gonna call y'all back though when I get on this boat.